What's up, Uke family? Marco here. Welcome back to another lesson. Today I'm going to show you a song that I wrote a few days ago called Luna. Of course, we're going to be focusing on each single section. The whole thing is mainly 4 chords. Let's just learn them quickly. The first one is the B flat add 9 chord, which is this one. 3, 2, 1, 3. The second one is a simple F major chord. 2, 0, 1, and 3. The next one, we're going to break it down into 2 different shapes. It's a C sus4 with 0, 0, 1, 3, and a C major chord, 0, 0, 0, 3. And the last chord is the D minor add 11 chord, which is played like this, 0, 2, 1, and 0. So of course, make sure that you familiarize yourself with these chords. Now, one thing that gives a lot of rhythm and flow to this chord progression is, of course, the finger picking pattern, which is this one. Now, it's going to be the same for each chord. We have 3 groups of 2 notes. So we can say that this finger picking pattern is based on 6 notes. Now, the thumb is always on the 4th string. And we are going to alternate the thumb with the 3rd string, 2nd string, and 1st string. So I have thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, ring. And you can either count 1 and 2 and 3 and, or like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the full pattern. Now we're going to repeat it 4 times for each chord. Second chord. For the C sus4 and C major, we're gonna break it down into 2 groups. So instead of playing the same pattern 4 times over the same chord, we're gonna do it twice for the C sus4 and twice for the C major. Now the last chord is interesting. We're gonna play it like this. So we have the pattern 3 times, 2, 3, and then we have this melody. The thumb is always on the 4th string, we pluck it, and then we have index and middle on the 3rd string, fret number 2 and 1, thumb again, and then fret number 4 and 3, thumb again, and we have 1st and 2nd string, the 2nd string fret 1 and the 1st string open. Slowly. It's a great finger picking pattern which is going to develop all your plucking fingers. So remember, yeah? Thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, ring. We're going to repeat the same chord progression one more time. We're just going to add a simple variation, a simple melody on the 1st and the 2nd chord, like this. The other two chords are the same. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to repeat the same finger picking pattern 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to play the melody. We're always going to alternate the thumb, always on the 4th string, with the melody on the 1st string, the fret number 3, thumb, fret number 1, thumb, and the 1st string open. So, second chord, the F major chord. We play the pattern 3 times, and then the melody, which this time is going to be played on the 2nd string, fret number 1. Remember to start with the thumb. You have thumb, 2nd string, fret 1, thumb, 2nd string, fret 3, thumb, 1st string open. And the last 2 chords are going to be the same. Now the third section is so awesome. We're going to open up with different chord shapes, a different finger picking pattern, so it's going to kind of change the rhythm as well, and I really love it. It's so satisfying to play this chord progression. Let's start with the chord shapes. The first one is a B flat major chord, which is played with 3, 5, nothing on the 2nd string, and 5 on the 1st string. The second chord is a D minor chord, which is this one. It's on fret 7, and you got 7, 9, nothing, 8. The next one is a C major chord, just played like this: 5, 7, nothing, 7. And the last chord, the F major chord. We're gonna play it like this with 2, nothing, 1, and 3. Now the finger picking pattern is interesting. Since we are not playing the 2nd string, we are still plucking 6 times, but we have to organize these 6 pluckings on 3 strings and not 4. So we have string 4, 3, 4, 1, 4, and 3. We are not plucking with the middle finger, so it's thumb, index, thumb, ring, thumb, index. We got it. And this chord is 3 times. 2, 3. Then we play the D minor chord 1 time. And then we play the C major chord 3 times. 2, 3. For the F major chord, we have to change the set of strings that we pluck. The plucking is the same, we're just plucking the string 4, 2, 4, 1, 4, and 2. And it's just 1 time. So when I put the whole thing together, now we go again, B flat, D minor, C, twice, and we strum the same chord 12 times, up and down, down and up. It's a very simple strumming pattern. You just want to make sure that you mute the 2nd string with the 3rd finger. The next section is probably the easiest, since we are just strumming these chords, even though there are a lot of things that we can do to embellish and make these strumming chords sound more interesting. So the chords are the same, we still have the same chord progression, with the exception that the last chord will be played with 0, 2, 1, and 3. So we add this fret number 3 on the D minor chord. And you can either just strum the chords without adding any embellishments. Remember that the strumming pattern is very simple. Down, down, up, down, up, 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 down. And then we repeat the same thing for all the other chords. Now, of course, sometimes we can do this hammer on some of the chords. For example, for the first chord, the F major chord, we have the middle finger going on and off. For the second chord, we have the middle finger going on and off. So I'm strumming the chord without the middle finger, and then I hammer the fret. So I'm not strumming again, I'm just hammering the fret. You can do the same thing for the C major. And the same thing with the middle finger when we play the D minor chord. To be honest with you guys, I change this all the time. So you can kind of experiment with what you like. I gave you a few examples, but it's mainly just a rhythmic section. So you can either keep it simple or you can add all those embellishments. Now we still have one section to go, which I'm going to break down in the most simple way possible. To make the chord progression sound conclusive, we can definitely arpeggiate these chords lightly like this. And as you can see, there are really a lot of things going on. Now, the most simple thing that you can do is just arpeggiate the chords. I'm gonna leave the tab, which is the exact same thing that I played on the instrumental. And then maybe, I can record the video where I show you this thumb slap and strum technique and how we can put it into practice. So this is kind of a simplified arpeggio without all the embellishments. And of course, you can end the song by playing the last chord. And then make sure that you refer to the Simplified tab, which you can find on the Patreon page. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, guys. Let me know if you like this song. I love it. I really enjoy playing this short little tune. Let me know if you like it, and I'm gonna leave you to practice this chord progression. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you soon.